Hey everyone, today I'm gonna be trading with the awesome oscillator indicator. Let's start. Hey everyone, you probably didn't know that you can literally make more than $1,000 in just a few minutes with the awesome oscillator indicator. In this video, I'm gonna tell you about my experience with this indicator, but the thing is, there's a whole bunch of nuances to this strategy. So make sure to watch this video carefully and until the very end. So let's add our indicator. Let's go to the indicator section and add this indicator right here. Now let's figure out how to work with it. This indicator helps us confirm the strength of a certain motion. For instance, let's take a look at this chart piece right here. As we can see, there is a downward motion here. What can we see on the indicator though? On the indicator, we can see that we can see these red bars going down. And whenever we see each of the bars ending up lower and lower than the previous ones, that's the confirmation of our downward movement. Same principle applies to upward motion, and as we can see at this moment, we have an upward course. And the bars started meanwhile growing. They have also changed color from red to green. So when do we place our trades, basically? Well, we're going to enter the market when we see a change in the general movement in the overall chart course and when we see that the indicator displays an intersection. For example, let's take a look at one chart piece right here, this one, let's say. In this case, there was a downtrend for a long time, and then suddenly it changed to an uptrend. And as soon as we witness an intersection where these bars go from down to up, we open a trade. I hope it's clear so far. And same thing with downtrends. By the way, guys, if you have any questions, you can always text me via the link in the description. Let's clear up an example with the downtrend. Let's see what cases we've got. In this case, for instance, the trend has turned into a downtrend. On the indicator, we see that there's an intersection. These red bars are going down, and at this point, we would be placing a downward trade. Now let's get to practice finally. Throughout the process, I'm going to be giving you some tips that will help improve the win rate of your trades. So watch very carefully and repeat after me. So I'm placing a 1 minute trade downwards. In this case, we can see that we have a downward motion. In addition, I can see an intersection on the indicator where these red candles are going down. And thirdly, as confirming factors, I can point out that we have a support level right here. The price may be heading towards. When trading with this strategy, also guys, it's important to consider secondary factors that will confirm your entry point, as this will literally increase the win rate of your trade and make it more reliable and safe. These factors can be levels, overall chart course, etc., candles, you know. Let's see how our trade goes. So the trade closed in a profit. Unfortunately, we didn't capture any impulsive motion, but still, you know, a win is a win. Let's move on. So I'm opening a downward trade for 1 minute. In this situation, firstly, I can see that we are starting a downtrend. Secondly, I can see an intersection on the indicator where each red bar is getting lower and lower than the previous one. Thirdly, I can point out that there is a support area below, which the price will most likely be moving towards. Also, the seller has issued these incredible full-bodied and momentum candles. These candles confirm the strength of the seller, who will surely insist on pushing the price lower, you know. Yeah, and also before you guys open a trade, I recommend you to check the indicator's performance in the past within the asset. That's also very important, and this will improve the reliability of your trade as well. And the trade confidently closed in a profit. Let's carry on. So I'm placing a downward trade for 1 minute. In this case, I can see a downtrend has started, where as we can see on the indicator, there was an intersection with it. At this intersection, we can see that each one of the red bars gets lower and lower than the previous one. And I can also see a support level below that the price may be moving towards. And I can also see decent candles in favor of the seller, confirming my entry point literally. And just look at this immaculate motion that is happening right now. This trade will probably close in a profit. Let's see how it goes. This motion is just incredible. As I've said before, our trade closed in a profit. Let's carry on. So you guys watch my videos and want to start making money, but you've got some questions left, or perhaps you want to make sure these strategies actually work in practice, then you literally need to follow my Telegram channel. I delve into more detail of the strategies over there and regularly host live streams trading with subscribers. So I'm placing a trade upwards for 1 minute. In this case, firstly, I can see an intersection where each green bar gets higher and higher than the previous one. In addition to that, I can see that there's a resistance area at the top, the price may be heading towards. And in addition, I can see great momentum candles right there. They indicate that buyers are stronger here and will insist on pushing the price higher. And my other recommendation for you guys is to always follow your risk management. It's very, very important. I'm not taking any risks into account in this video, to be honest, but I recommend that you absolutely be mindful of all possible risks. So, because you may stumble upon a failed trade sooner or later. The trade closed at a profit. Let's open one last trade and sum things up a little bit at this point. So I'm placing a downward trade for 1 minute. In this case, I can see a downtrend along with this intersection right here where each bar is lower than the previous one. Also, in this case, I can see that we have broken the support level. As we all know, once the support levels are broken, the downtrend is to be continuing. Well, I can also see nice momentum candles on the sell side that will push the price further down. And while we're waiting for this trade to close, don't forget to follow my Telegram channel via the link in the description. The trade confidently closed in a profit. Thanks to such a simple strategy using only one indicator, we were able to increase our account balance starting with $100 up to $1,386. Thanks to this strategy, we can surely make some crazy trades, guys. I will probably spend today's trading session using this strategy. If you want to copy my trades and make money with me, follow the link in the description to my Telegram channel, subscribe, and join us. Now, let's move on to withdrawal and withdraw our funds or net profit. So, to withdraw our funds, we're going to want to click on the finance section right here and then withdrawal. Then we enter the amount of our withdrawal. For me, that will be $1,200 today. Let's now enter the address of our wallet and write the confirmation code. Clicking on continue. As you can see, our withdrawal request has been successfully submitted, and I guess that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Wishing y'all huge profits. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.